Hey folks, good morning. Out for a little morning ride today, and right up here on my right, we're going to pass in a minute, is kind of a really interesting housing development. It's a newer housing development. They're actually still building it. I think they have a couple phases. I think they're on phase one. I don't believe they've started phase two yet. And I was very curious to see what they look like because these aren't really traditional style Thai houses. They are like a blend of Thai style and Western style. There it is up there, right off to our right there. That's the entrance and the sales office. So that's the other thing. The property management or the builder, I guess that's the same entity. They have a sales office there, so they're not really real estate agents. They're just working there to show and display the property. So I was very curious what they look like. I thought I would go in and take a look at one. And while I'm there, I can take you guys along and show you the house and get to kind of see a little bit about the real estate market here in Bangsaen. I have shown some condos before. There was interest in that. And this wouldn't be a condo. This would be a house. So a little bit different there, a little bit different dichotomy, but still very interesting. That's the office. They're closed now because it's so early in the morning, but don't worry, we'll come back later when they open and we'll go through here. But it's just a really beautiful entrance here to this neighborhood. There's actually two subdivisions back here. One I think is completed. That's the one straight back there. But off to the left here, right here, this is the one that I'm interested in. And that's the one we'll go in and look at later. And the name of this is called Baan Pluem Suk. Baan Pluem Suk. So I'll put that down in the description. And if you type that or paste that into a search engine, their website will come up, and they've got English, they've got brochures in English. You can get all the information you want about it should you be interested in any of the information. But since this is not a condo, which generally foreigners can buy without any issues, this is a house that's a little different. Let me give you some backstory first. So one of the questions that comes up around properties is, should I buy or should I rent? And that maybe shouldn't be the first question. The first question maybe should be, can I buy? Because not all properties you can buy. A lot of condos, most all condos, you can buy one way or another, but not all in your name. You may have to establish what's known as a Thai company. The Thai company would own the property, I guess, technically, and an attorney could set all that up for you. There's a big cost in doing that and establishing the company and keeping the company running and turning in auditing reports every year. You have to pay an attorney or an accountant or somebody to probably do that for you. It's a big thing. And then technically the Thai company, I guess, owns the property. So you as the Phalang, a Phalang is foreigner in Thai. Phalang means foreigner. I hear that pronounced wrong so many times. I hear Farang and Farang, and it's Phalang. But if a Thai company owns the property, then technically the Phalang does not. And that's one way of doing it. And I might do a video later more about buying versus renting and why I chose to rent as opposed to buy, because there's a lot of pieces to that thought process. But in terms of a piece of property, can you buy it? There's a couple different ways. There's a big investment kind of bond you can buy. There's different things. You'd have to do your own research, but I would ask that before you ask should you buy or rent. Even find out if it's possible to buy. Another way is if you have a Thai partner, the property could go into the name of the Thai partner. There'll probably be a lot of passionate opinions about that. I'll just say it's like anything else. Some people have success with it and some people don't. But suffice it to say that you always want to find out, can you purchase the property and what that would entail. Can you put it in your name? Would you have to do a Thai company? Would it have to go into a local national's name?
เขาวิ่งศูนย์ยังไม่ได้เปิดให้ชมได้
นี่ phase 2 So yeah, the key differentiator between a condo and a house is going to be that the house comes with land. The land that the house sits on is also included. So in Thailand, a foreigner really cannot own land. So that's where you come in with either having to establish a Thai company or maybe having a Thai partner using their name to buy the house. So that would really be your kind of your only options. There is some other option that I'm not fully probably can't even explain about a very large investment, and you just have to research that on your own. But pretty much the only options to buy a house like we're going to look at here would be through the establishment of a Thai company or having a spouse or Thai partner do the purchasing. So this is the grand entranceway here. We got Whiskaway in the golf cart. And you see they got security, gated access, pass key controlled, very elaborate closed circuit TV system going on here. So there's a lot of security features, not only the gate, but these physical barriers, these white walls surround the whole place. And you've got these gates, iron, I guess, gates that, block your entranceway, control the entranceway to each house. So there's street lighting out there as well. So a lot of focus on security. This would be more of an exclusive neighborhood. And hey, look at this nice patio back there. You could do something out there. Not much of a lawn or a yard, but this would be fairly typical in these kind of track housing subdivisions. Yeah, there's not much down there. But let's take a look inside and see what's doing. So as soon as you come in, you're confronted by this little lounge area here. Looks like all porcelain, either porcelain or ceramic tile floor, and a lot of windows, and it looks like probably 9-foot ceilings. Much higher ceiling than what I have in my condo. I think I only have maybe 8-foot ceilings in my condo. So little kitchen area and dining room all kind of joined together, open floor plan. Nice little like vaulted ceiling there. Kitchen, I wasn't all that enthralled with the kitchen. I don't know what kind of countertop this was, but it didn't feel cold to the touch like it's some kind of stone. I believe it's a synthetic material. Nice enough sink, but I got to tell you, these cabinets. Now I'm 5'11". I don't even think I could reach the second cabinet, the second shelf rather, unless you play for the Lakers or something. I don't think you're going to reach the top shelf. So maybe a little oversight there on design. But that goes out to the patio that we saw when we came in. And a nice little breakfast bar and counter space. And this comes over into a little powder room, just like a half bath. And then you have the steps here to your left. So you go upstairs. Now upstairs it looks like it's all like a wood laminate floor. But the high ceilings continue up here. And still plenty of ample windows, a lot of light. It's very bright in here. A lot of light comes in. And you can see got a nice little bay window here. Now, she told me that you can get these houses equipped with all the furniture you see here. So it looked like the prices had gone up on these from the initial, because I found some older information online. And I don't know, maybe that's something that kind of evolved as the process went on and the prices went up. Maybe they included furniture. I'm not sure. But I think they're nicely furnished, and I guess you wouldn't have to take the furniture. So that would have been the master bedroom and the master bath. Now this is just like your second full bath upstairs, and it's nice. They got a big plant in the shower there. I thought that was a little strange, but good here that you have your sink outside of the shower and toilet area. And this would be your second bedroom. Again, very nicely appointed. Lots of windows, nice and bright. And a pretty decent size. And this would be like the third bedroom. It's a much smaller bed in here. That's why the room looks bigger. I think the room might have actually been smaller, but the small bed kind of made the room look pretty big. And there's our golf cart that we came in on. So that's your upstairs. 3 bedrooms, wood laminate floors, and your second bath. Very nice staircase, very nice wood, high quality, very smooth. You come back down and you're back downstairs. So that's kind of the grand tour here. It's like I said, about a medium-sized house. They do come a lot smaller than this, but they come a lot bigger as well. I believe for how nice they are put together and all the little nice touches, the high ceilings. Um, I think that's why I think this would be in the upper middle range of houses. There's again lots more on the cheaper end, just like condos. There's a lot more in the cheaper end than there are on the top end. But and there's a nice parking area, 2 cars, and you do have a walk-in gate, and you can open that gate to drive in as well. So we'll get in the golf cart here, and we'll just take a little quick run around the neighborhood. But one thing I noticed in here as well, which I really like, is the streets are wide. All cement streets, no asphalt. And they look wide to me. They look wider than a lot of neighborhoods that I've been in. Because invariably you're going to have somebody that parks on the street, and if more and more people yeah, there's one right there. But still very wide, so I see some neighborhoods that they didn't consider that, and the streets are so narrow, so once somebody parks on the side, only one person can get by. So, but there's not much difference in the houses, just subtle differences. They're all going to be very similar to what we just looked at, except when they start to phase two and they have those kind of semi-detached houses, I guess you would call it. You don't share a common wall. There's just like they're just joined at like one point in the house, and they're quite a bit cheaper. So there's a swimming pool over there and a little park, and down the street here, just a little ways, was a fitness center, but I didn't see any stuff in it.
มีฝรั่งด้วย
มีค่ะแต่ต้องซื้อเป็นชื่อคนไทยนะ
อ๋อเอานี่
ได้ค่ะอันนี้ my name card this line me
So I bet you're wondering how much they cost. I was wondering the same thing. That's why I went in there. And it was nice to be able to see those, take a look, and they were very gracious to show me around and the neighborhood. It was actually a beautiful place. I was quite impressed with it. But let's get on with the pricing. So the house that we looked at, she quoted 6.3 million baht. And today's exchange rate, about 192,000 US dollars. So that's a lot of money. Now they do have smaller ones that are part of phase two. They're like a semi-detached unit. They weren't available to look at today, but she quoted, I believe, 4.5 million for those. So almost 30% less, something like that. But a lot of money. Not everything in Thailand is cheap. You can get houses. I see houses, practically new or brand new houses for more of the 1 million, between 1 million and 1.5 for small houses. But I see very large estates, beautiful big luxury homes for 12 and 15 million. So I think this would be considered maybe the upper middle end, like the middle, but the high part of the middle end of the real estate market. Not for sure, but I think that's pretty safe to say. There's plenty of things lower priced, and there are opportunities that are bigger and a higher price. So anyway, I hope that gives you a little bit of information about it. Can you buy a house? The quick answer is yes. You just have to ask the right questions and figure out which way and method will be best for you. So I'll go ahead and leave this off here, and as always, I'll thank you for watching, and until next time, bye for now.